welcome to 49ers in 5, your daily update on everything happening with the team that you need to know. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Today's Wednesday, May 31st, 2023. Here's what's happening with your San Francisco 49ers. You guys, he's still doing it. Here's Ian Rapoport on the Pat McAfee Show talking about Brock Purdy and the 49ers starting quarterback job. And listen close to the whole thing.
Hopefully he has no setbacks. If this continues to be the case, then you are looking at realistically he could maybe start week one, or if not week one, pretty shortly thereafter, right? Like if it's, late August or really early September when he's now finally 100%, you're looking at around the start of the season or maybe a little bit after. This is all good. And if someone like Sam Darnold or maybe, Trey Lance, if one of those guys starts a week or two, that's also fine. Because the most important thing for the Niners is that someone who they believe to be a massive, massive part of their future is fully healthy with no issue. But to answer your question, this is probably going about as well as they could have hoped after the surgery.
Okay.
Love that. Let's throw a Brock party for that.
Yes, thanks, Pat McAfee, for the obvious pun. But did you catch that? That right at the end, that little slight, I'll play it again.
If someone like Sam Darnold or maybe, Trey Lance.
Yeah, someone like, Trey Lance. I mean, damn, man. Yeah, I guess the third overall pick from 2 years ago might have a shot to be the starting quarterback. And this is what's weird about that, right? Ian Rapoport is the same guy who said he got pushback from the 49ers about this exact thing, about kind of skipping over Trey Lance and going right to Sam Darnold. What happened to all that? Where did it go? That was May 20th. Okay, it wasn't 15 years ago. It was May 20th. That's 11 days ago. Rap Sheet told us the 49ers pushed back and told him to stop skipping over Trey Lance and talking up Sam Darnold as the week one starter. Remember that? It wasn't even 2 weeks ago. I've had bread that lasted longer than the pushback from the 49ers. So obviously they didn't push back too hard, because if they did, Ian Rapoport wouldn't keep saying it, right? Insiders are not in the business, especially the national guys. They are not in the business of ticking off teams. That is not what they do. That's the opposite of what they do. That hurts them, right? They want the 5-minute heads up from the teams so that they can tweet out the transaction or the trade or the signing 2 minutes before it comes out on Twitter, everywhere else. They need good relationships for that to happen. So there's no reason for Ian Rapoport to risk ticking off the 49ers to continue to say this. That's the weird thing about this. So they pushed back 11 days ago, and now apparently they're cool with it again, or he feels comfortable going with it again. And I tried to tell people when Sam Darnold signed that he was more than a backup quarterback, that he was more than a third-string quarterback, that he was going to have a legitimate shot to win the starting job. And the more evidence we have, the more it seems that is exactly the case. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Wednesday, we are launching our brand new website today. GoldStandardNiners.com is the address. It's going to be your one-stop shop for everything related to the network. And yes, there's going to be plenty to read on there, okay? I'm going to write articles for it. Levin is writing. Michelle Majuk is writing. Maybe even a few other guest writers as well. Plus, you'll get links to all the podcasts and all the YouTube videos we go. So that is your one-stop shop. GoldStandardNiners.com launches today. One thing to watch, today's OTAs are open to the media, so we should get some good news coming out from them, as we always do. Plus, afterwards, we'll hear from offensive line coach Chris Forster and special teams coordinator Brian Schneider, as well as select players in the auditorium. One thing you may have missed, congratulations to Patrick Willis, who was inducted to the Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame last week, alongside San Francisco Giants catcher Buster Posey, boxer Andre Ward, and Oakland basketball legend Gary Payton. That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network. Enjoy your Wednesday, everybody. Our usual show with Grant Cohn is going to be delayed because of OTAs. He and I are still currently working out a time. I will tweet out the new time from our handle at GS Podcasts, probably from my handle on Twitter as well, at Stats on Fire. So we are going to do a show. We just don't know what time quite yet. Depends on when practice is over. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. We'll talk tomorrow.